friends, welcome to Storytime at the Manhattan Public Library. My name is Miss Rachel. This storytime is called Be Who You Want to Be, and we are going to talk about something called stereotypes. It's a very long word, so you may not have heard it before. A stereotype is where people think that they know something about someone just based on how they look or where they're from, without actually knowing that person. And stereotypes don't have to be bad, but it can hurt people when you decide what they're like or what they're allowed to do without really knowing them and knowing what they're interested in. Has anyone ever told you that you can't do something because you're a girl or because you're a boy, or that you shouldn't like something or shouldn't wear something just because of who you are, when you really like that thing? Like, sometimes people think that grown-ups shouldn't be silly anymore, that once you turn into a grown-up, you have to be serious all the time. I am not serious all the time. I like being silly, and I like wearing clothes that are silly. Some people would like to have a stereotype about grown-ups that says that I should only wear super serious clothes all the time and never make funny faces or wear silly hats. But I like to do that, and I'm going to do that because I'm not going to let other people's stereotypes about what a grown-up should be define who I am and how I behave. I have a couple of books to read about this and about how silly it is to decide what other people can do and wear just based on your own stereotypes. This book is called What Riley Wore. It's written by Elana K. Arnold and illustrated by Linda Davick. On Monday, Riley wore a bunny costume because it was the first day of school and Riley felt shy. It was true that no one else in class wore a bunny costume. But it was also true that a girl who was crying asked if she could touch one of the ears. Riley said, "Yes, the ears feel just like real velvet." That was very kind of Riley. On Tuesday, Riley wore a superhero cape to the dentist's office because teeth cleaning is scary and Riley wanted to be brave. The dentist asked, "What's your superpower?" Riley said, "I'll have to get back to you on that." On Wednesday, Riley wore a ball gown out to dinner with Otto and Oma because they went to a fancy restaurant, and ball gowns are the fanciest. When Riley spilled tomato soup, Oma used ginger ale to blot it out. A kid at another table said they should just leave the stain because it looked like a star, and stars are cool. It does look a little bit like a star, doesn't it? Thursday was Universe Day at school, so Riley decided that outer space jammies were the perfect thing to wear. Riley's teacher loved the jammies, and he asked Riley to stand on a chair while he pointed out the planets on Riley's back. Then everyone used scissors and glue and construction paper and made planets of their own. It rained on Friday, so Riley wore a colorful combination of rubber boots, a police officer jacket, and the world's best tutu. The crossing guard told Riley, "I had a pair of rain boots just like that when I was little." The recess captain, a big kid in the 6th grade, told Riley, "I like your tutu." When the weather turned mild on Saturday, Riley dressed in a hard hat and overalls to help Dad run errands. 3 guys at the hardware store called Riley Daddy's Little Helper, and one of them gave Riley a sticker. Riley didn't peel it away from its backing because maybe it would make a good present for a friend someday. When they got home, Riley tucked the sticker away for safekeeping and wondered if being a friend could be a superpower. I think it probably could. Sunday was a lazy home day. Riley spent part of it wearing nothing at all. But when Mom asked who wanted to go to the park, Riley put on one striped sock and one polka dot sock. purple jeans, the world's best tutu, a crazy monster shirt, red rubber boots, round aviator goggles, and a hat with dinosaur spikes. That is a lot of different things. At the park, Riley felt shy. Then a kid from school walked up and asked, "Are you a girl or a boy?" Riley said, "Today I'm a firefighter and a dancer and a monster hunter and a pilot and a dinosaur." "Oh," said the kid. "Want to play?" "Yes!" Then Riley reached into a pocket, pulled out the sticker, and gave it to the kid. The kid smiled. And Riley felt wonderful. The end. Riley likes to do lots of different things and wear lots of different clothes. It doesn't matter if some people think those are boy things or girl things. Riley just wants to do all of them, and that's okay because those are the things that Riley likes. Do you know who is in charge of what kind of person you are? It's you. You are the only person who gets to decide what kind of person you want to be and what things you like. It's true that grown-ups sometimes have rules about what you're allowed to wear and whether you're allowed to take lessons about something or read a certain book. But even your parents can't decide what things you actually like. When I was growing up, everyone else in my family really liked being outside and doing things outside and playing outside and going camping and going hiking. And I never liked that kind of thing. The first time I went on a hiking trip, I was like, this is just walking. Why would you want to do this? Plus, outside it gets hot and I don't like having bugs in my face. You know, even though everybody else in my family liked that, it's okay that I don't. I don't have to like something just because everyone else in my family does. Because you are the only person who is in charge of what you like and what you don't like and what kind of person you want to be. This book is called Ogilvy. It's written by Deborah Underwood and illustrated by T.L. McBeth. There's Ogilvy getting dressed. Ogilvy happily hopped up and down, the very first day in a very new town. I'll zip to the park that I found down the street. What do they play there? Whom might I meet? Bunnies were drawing and knitting and climbing. A ball game was starting. What wonderful timing! A great big grin spread across Ogilvy's face. I love all those things. What a marvelous place! Ogilvy entered. But why all this staring? A bunny bounced over. What is that you're wearing? Ogilvy paused and looked down at the clothes. I'm wearing the thing that I wear, I suppose. But is it a sweater or is it a dress? It matters? Asked Ogilvy. Goodness, oh yes, for bunnies in dresses play ball and knit socks, and bunnies in sweaters make art and climb rocks. Ogilvy boggled. Excuse me, but why? That's just how it is, was the bunny's reply. If this is a sweater, I can't throw a ball? The bunny said, no, that would not do at all. But ball was what Ogilvy wanted to play. Then I guess it's a dress. Well, at least for today. Outfielder Ogilvy hit a home run and waved to new friends when the ball game was done. The next morning, Ogilvy, wanting to draw, sat in the park with a pen in a paw. But bunnies in dresses don't draw. You know better. So Ogilvy answered, then this is a sweater. The next morning, Ogilvy wanted to knit. I'll say it's a dress, so they won't have a fit. The next morning, Ogilvy wanted to climb, so announced from the rocks, it's a sweater this time. What shall I play? Each day, Ogilvy chose, then decided which name would be best for the clothes. But some buddies fumed each time Ogilvy swapped. They grumbled, this Ogilvy's got to be stopped. So one day, as Ogilvy drew on the ground, a big bunch of bunnies all gathered around. "Look here," said a bunny, "your garment keeps changing. We cannot have bunnies who keep rearranging. So it can be either, but please make the call. A sweater? A dress? Tell us once and for all." Now, Ogilvy, just like so many of us, was not fond of making a ruckus or fuss. But frustrated, Ogilvy made a hard choice and took a big breath and found a big voice. "I like to do all these things. Why must I hide this? I just do not see why I need to decide this. Don't some of you sweater buns want to knit socks? Don't some of you dress wearers yearn to climb rocks? Why are you all so absurdly obsessed? Why do you care so much how we are dressed? I'm tired of all of the questions and staring. I'm wearing an Ogilvy. That's what I'm wearing." The bunnies fell silent, then halted the fight. For could it be Ogilvy Bunny was right? It really is silly for clothes to divide us. Let's do all the things that till now were denied us. So bunnies in sweaters played any old game, and bunnies in dresses precisely the same. The things they were wearing caused no interference, and even some Ogilvies made an appearance. One day a new bunny bounced by the brook. The bunnies all crowded around for a look at the curious thing on the new bunny's head. The bunnies all paused, and then, "Welcome," they said. That new bunny has a bow. None of the other bunnies have bows. They're not going to let that decide what the new bunny can do. A lot of people have stereotypes about gender. They might think that girls don't like sports, or that boys can't play with dolls, or like things that are sparkly, but that's just silly. It's not true. You're the only person who gets to decide whether you like sparkly things, or sports, or dolls, or anything else. Other people don't get to decide what you like to do, what you like to wear, what colors you like. You're the person who's in charge of that. One of the great things about being a kid is that you do not need to have everything figured out yet. You still have plenty of time to try out different activities, different colors, different kinds of clothing, and see what stuff you like. And we have so many books at this library about different things to play and different things to do, and different kinds of art and different kinds of clothing and different colors and different games. So many different things. And you can try all of them and decide which things you like for yourself. And you know what? Librarians love helping with this. If you come in and you say, "Excuse me, Miss Rachel, I'm trying to figure out what my favorite instrument is," well, I will find you so many different books about instruments and music that has different instruments playing so you can listen to them, and maybe even some books about how to play an instrument, and we can help you figure it out. Librarians love helping you figure things out. It's our favorite. It's why we're librarians. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to stop by the library because I would love to see the kind of person that you turn out to be.